Okay, so for you two that are here, I'm working on a custom world right now. Um, Me and the guys that I play with, we've all thrown together ideas, um, different factions, different kind of places. One of my buddies is really good about coming up with interesting concepts for towns and whatnot. Um, right now, I'm exploring this software to see. Well, it's not really software; it's a website. You can see up there at the top. Um, I'm exploring it to see if it is useful enough for me. There's a couple of different options that they have. You can do overworld, battle maps, etc., regional maps. If you ever played any of the Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 or Icewind Dale 1 or 2, um, your in-town maps are very similar to what they have here. So it's got some promise to it, um, but I haven't decided yet. This is what I want to stick with. We're currently just finally finishing up our campaign that has been running since last May. Yeah, May. Um, it's pretty good. We've had players filter in and out, but the main three they're running pretty strong. Well, I won't say they're running strong. I have made their life as difficult as possible the entire time. I have thrown them up many times against things that they are not strong enough to fight, and they've been smart enough to run away most of the time. Um, and that's not, you know, meant to be any sort of animosity toward them. No, I'm a firm believer that everything the players face, they're not supposed to win against. Um, most stuff, yes, but not everything. No. Um, there should be there should be times to remind them of their own mortality in game and whatnot. One of our the first party death we had was kind of to drive that point home. Everybody to that point hadn't really invested anything in their character, really. I would say just above the point of murder hobo. Um, guy who just wanders around homeless and kills things. They're one step above that um, until they met the big bad, uh, and he forced them to kill one of their own party members, and they were essentially helpless to do anything about it. Um, Luckily, the one person who was most vocal happened to be the one that I was going to target, and true to experience, he most definitely was the loud vocal one that day. And then the Brave Knight, the only one who had I say Brave Knight loosely. He's a half orc knight, I should say. So it's not that he's brave. Um, no, he's plenty brave. He totally has not run from anything um, intentionally, not of his own volition. He's followed other people when they ran, but that was about it. Oh, there's one of the players now. Give me 1 second. I might actually be able to get him in here. See if he's got any input and whatnot that he wants to throw in. Maybe we'll get him on chat. He'll find me. He's got the link and everything. Um, yeah, these are all real good dudes. We've been playing, well, basically we picked up last year, but we all were playing back when 3.5 was a big deal. A couple of us have messed around with Pathfinder. I tried 5e, but wasn't particularly enamored by it. I liked it better than 4, that for sure. But 3.5 always has a special place for me, so been sticking to that. And since we know the entirety of it in and out, um, makes it a lot easier. There's moments where we have to stop and remember something that we haven't used in 7, 8 years. But there's it's great. If these guys uh, ever hit a point where they feel that they're ready, um, I'll definitely give them the opportunities to run some games. I haven't played a player in years. Now, correction, I haven't played anything more than a one shot as a character in years. Um, but I like it. DMing is as much of a frustration as it is fun. Um, when I was younger, all I wanted to do was be a writer. So finding a good storyline was often, for me, the more viable option. Just tell a story in game, teach some lessons uh, as you go. Um, these guys, I wish we'd been streaming these games that we've been playing since May. We've had some really good moments in there. I wish I'd even just been recording them half the time. Um, we had our hangover episode, as I like to refer to it, where um, after they had gone through their very first dungeon crawl, um, they woke up and got they had a good old night when we'd finished the previous session, as they deserved. Very much deserved it. Um, but when they woke up from that, the first thing that was said to them was, "My daughter is missing, and where's my donkey?" And yeah, ever since then, um, everybody questions Thud about what exactly happened to him and that donkey that night. And we still haven't given him a straight answer. Everybody thinks something different, and it's it's our wonderful running joke that you know, especially recently, he just multi-classed into paladin, so everybody's wondering how's he qualify for that? Um, with what happened with the donkey and whatnot, and still haven't told him the answer. Nor do I think I ever will. I think I'll just leave it uh, open for him. All right. Oh, what do I want to add? So the general idea here with this map that I'm making right now. Um, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it or whatnot. I might remake it. Um, so some of the ideas with this map, with this region and whatnot, um, it's essentially 5 separate kingdoms that are all crammed in with each other. Um, they've hit a point where the actual governments are doing less, and it's more, uh, well, for lack of a better term, everything's more corporate. We call them the mercantile monoliths. Um, you'll run into the store known as Plus, where you might, that's where you're going to get most of your generic magical gear, big box store sort of thing. Um, all the orcs in this area are really just half orcs. Um, no kingdom, uh, essentially just a massive mercenary company at this point. Best trained, best fighters, not guys you want to mess with. And when they tend to break a law in one area, they just get reassigned to another town. And, nobody really tells them apart. Although I think my favorite one is going to be our recurring inn setting. Um, everybody who works there, they're, friar tuck style, brown robes, you know, top of their head shaved, everything else left long, um, beards, brew all their ale in house. Um, but the way they manage the place is done more, I think one of my players, he explained the concept as think in The Hobbit when the dwarves were cleaning the plates at Bilbo's place. Throwing plates, catching it, stuff flying through the air constantly. Um, doing that Shaolin style, these big friar tuck guys. And the name of the place is Holy Day Express, or the Holy Day Inn. Yes, it's going to be a chain. Yes, it'll be everywhere. Um, we got some interesting uh, other tidbits. It's just the ones that come to mind right now. We're building the world together, but I will again be running it, and be DMing it and whatnot. Which really, like I said, for me, that's fine. I've been doing it for years and years. Uh, I essentially let their own fear drive the storyline half the time. Um, you know, I can only come up with so many ideas, but when they're nervous and rambling, uh, they can throw out some really good ones. So, use those when I can. And I want to bring that up. Yeah, I want to try to bring that to the foreground.